Everybody, welcome into the PHNX Suns pregame show presented by Michelob ULTRA. The only one doing it right today is Espo, because he came prepared with his Mich Ultra.
Morning
Make sure
beer.
You guys are doing things right and get yourself some Michelob ULTRA as well. I'm Lindsay. That's Gerald. That's Flex. That's Espo. And today the Phoenix Suns will be facing off against the Washington Wizards. As Kyle Kuzma tweeted out, it's B. Beal Day, everybody! Yay!
Yes. Hopefully they don't break his nose.
You are hyped for his return to DC.
I'd be more excited if he wasn't. What is he? He's averaging 13.5% and shooting 34.5% since he broke his nose. Give the man a break. I don't want anybody expecting him to drop 40 today with a broken face.
Well, you know what happens if you give him a break, then he's soft.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens. You give Bradley Beal a break, then it's I know a lot of people that can play with a mask, but Brad can't. He's soft. Not you. Not you.
I know, but people saying that.
agree?
Hold on. Yeah. People saying that shit are complaining that he's not driving hard to the bucket. They didn't watch the last game.
That's how he got his nose hit again.
Yeah, that's how he got hit again. Right.
Yeah, hopefully a trip back to DC, playing in front of Wizards fans again. Hopefully he gets a warm reception, and this is the type of game that can kickstart him again, because obviously he hasn't been able to knock down threes over this stretch since he broke his nose. I think it takes a little while to adjust to the mask, especially since the first game he didn't have any mask. He was playing with his nostrils clogged. Second game he was playing with the regular non-custom mask. Yeah. It's only been a couple of games with the custom mask that he's had to adjust to. So hopefully this is a step in the right direction for him today, and he can just kind of ride the good vibes towards a better performance.
Listen, if there was ever a time to help Bradley Beal get out of a funk because of the mask and the broken nose, I feel like this is that day, right? Yeah. He's back at playing in Washington for the first time since the trade this past offseason. You got Kyle Kuzma tweeting about him. You got kids showing up in the arena with signs that say Bradley Beal is my favorite player. Like, he's going to be feeling some type of way about a return.
Video.
A tribute video, yes, 100%. We've always talked about players seemingly go off when they get a tribute video. Yep. And then, of course, the fact that the Wizards just have the third worst defensive rating in the league. So, like,
this is a good time.
I'm just saying.
Come on,
recipe for success here, y'all.
You guys
Get excited.
No, you guys are missing if he gets emotional and he gets stuffed up, how screwed is this guy? He can't breathe as it is, right? I mean, come on. We can't do that to the poor man. No video, because he's going to cry and we're going to be in trouble, all right?
Here's what I'm feeling. I think he's got enough respect from that Washington fan base and team that no one's going to hit him in the nose again today. That's fingers crossed.
Lowered expectations.
Fingers crossed. But no, on a serious note, this is a tough one, Brad. And I believe they're going to make some adjustments to that mask when they get back here tomorrow. Because it's just just a lot of stuff going on. And I feel bad for Brad. And I do want to clear something up. I tweeted about Brad the other day during the game, and it came off as, I don't know how it came off as me taking a shot at Brad. All I was saying was, like, Brad's struggling to shoot, and in order for us to be a good basketball team, Brad's gonna have to make those shots eventually. And it was more of a flow of the game thing. I wasn't criticizing Brad for going out there and playing and having to adjust to this stuff. That's tough as hell. So I love Brad. I trust Brad. I think he's gonna be okay. I think the All-Star break is gonna give him much needed rest, and he'll be okay, but he's struggling right now. And so hopefully tonight's a night where he can get a little juju and some good feelings and have a good game.
You know what surprises me is they have not figured out a way to create some kind of, not full mask, but something to protect the nose that doesn't block the vision in any way. Like, we've got all these technological advances. You got headsets that are computers now, but they can't figure out a way to protect the nose without blocking the eyes. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I mean, how would you do it?
I don't know. I'm not an engineer.
It's got to sit on your face and stay there somehow.
Strap here? I don't know.
Wouldn't that still block your eyes?
No, not if you go low. Like, I mean.
But then now you're talking about just the end part, the tip of your nose. You need this part, the bridge.
Okay, then just create something that suctions on. I don't know. I'm not an inventor.
That seems like it would be even worse.
But come on, if we can create flamethrowers and electric cars, we can create a piece of plastic that stays there and protects us.
I mean, you could just put an Iron Man suit or something, right? And just go out there and beat the hell out of
Nobody
people.
cared who I was until I put on the mask.
Just go over the top.
Hello said, if Beal goes off, do they boo?
No.
I don't think so.
No, they're cheering Brad all night.
No, I think they were all like, Brad, why are you not asking out of here? Like, I think they got to a point where they're like, we just want to see this guy succeed, and it's not going to happen here.
Brad's going to get cheered. He was great in the community. He was beloved out there. Today's going to be a good day for Brad.
I feel like Brad with the Wizards is similar to Dame with the Blazers.
Very similar.
Where it's like, it's love all around. Everyone understands why they would want to leave, even though they tried very hard for a very long time to bring winning basketball to that city.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's beyond your control as a player, no matter how good you are.
That is a hell of an analogy. I mean, it's very close. Those fan bases adore those two players, and they did the best they can.
Hopefully, the result's better for Bradley than it was Dame the other.
Well, we're getting a tribute. I think we're undefeated on tribute videos, are we? I want to say we are.
I think so.
I think EG got one. I think KD got one. Brad's about to get one.
Yeah.
Quick, can we get anybody from the Clippers, the Nuggets, anybody that we can get tribute videos against these teams? We got to beat at the top.
Well, we play San Antonio and Phoenix both times, right? So we got a KBD tribute coming when we go to San Antonio. Let's go, KBD.
With the way they went earlier this season, we could use a tribute
my boy,
video on our
my boy
side,
KBD starting to shoot the three a little better. I mean, he's starting to shoot better.
I've seen signs of
Did we
life.
win in Portland?
Huh?
Did we win in Portland?
Ooh, they lost one of them.
Was that here?
We lost in Portland.
No, well then we're not undefeated in tribute videos.
Did they give Nurk and Nash?
I'm assuming they did.
And Drew, like, geez, man.
Yeah, they had to.
We're not.
Because we tripled down on tributes.
Corrected. We were not.
Too many tributes.
Was it too many? But then Yuta was in.
We're getting a Jordan We're getting a Jordan Goodwin tonight too.
Oh, we will. Yeah, probably will. Yeah.
God.
All right.
Darn.
Enough with tribute video.
All right, guys, let's take a look at the injury report for tonight's game. The Suns side of things looking pretty good. Bradley Beal is available. He's still listed on the injury report because he does have that nasal fracture, so they're going to kind of keep us updated throughout that. And the only other person would be Damian Lee, who we all know has been on the injury report for a hot minute. On the Wizards side of things, Tyus Jones was questionable coming into tonight's game, but he is available. Bilal Coulibaly is also questionable. I don't know if we've gotten an update on him or not yet. Kyle Kuzma is out. Marvin Bagley is out. And Isaiah Livers is also out. So no Kyle Kuzma, which also makes things a little bit easier for the Suns because he is one of their top players. Of course, I think he's averaging close to 21 points per game this season. How are you guys feeling about this one overall? I know we talked about the Wizards defense. I know you could make a similar argument, not nearly the same, but for the Suns defense. How are you feeling about this one?
This is one of those where you just go out there and you get the dub. I really have no worries about this game. I wasn't on a show the other day, but I will tell you, I had my little worry about Atlanta. I mean, they're tough. That's a tough team to guard, right? And so Atlanta felt different. This one, I mean, I expect the Suns to control this game for most of the way, if not, leading wire to wire, and have an impressive double-digit win tonight for sure.
Yeah, this is a game you need to win. You should win. It's tough because it's the last game of the 7-game road trip, but you've had a day in between your last couple games. This is not a good team. Bottom 6 in offense, bottom 5 in defense. Like, you should take care of business. The biggest thing, and we keep coming back to this, is limiting turnovers because the Wizards are actually pretty good. They're 4th in points off turnovers. I think they're 3rd in fast break points, and they're 2nd in points in the paint. So if you limit the turnovers, don't give them opportunities to run and make them play a half-court game, they don't have the firepower to really make you pay for it. So just limit your mistakes and you'll be fine. And hopefully you can avoid like the first time they played, which was way too close for comfort.
Yeah.
Well, the concern though is, okay, they're good down low, which at times has been tough for the Suns defensively. And then the turnovers, like you brought up, is my biggest concern. Suns are 25th in the league at almost 15. Their turnover rate is 27th in the league, and their opponent's points off turnovers is bottom 5 in the league as well. So when you put that together with the strength that of the Wizards, which it seems to be one of the only strengths that they have. I mean, they're 7th in forced turnovers this year. The Suns are going to have to play very disciplined, or they're going to find themselves in another case where they're fighting an opponent that they really don't have any business being close to and fighting against here. This team's worst enemy is themselves. They have to do the little things, continue to crash the boards and limit turnovers to win any game. It's not just against the good teams, it's against all teams, because you let these teams have 10, 12, 15 more shots than you, and the math of it just makes it tough to pull away and win in comfortable fashion.
Yeah, and it's one of those things too where it feels like their turnovers can be so night and day, because they'll have some games where they have like 6, 7 turnovers and really take great care of the ball, because it feels like they put a point of emphasis on that particular game, and then they'll turn right back around the next night and have like 16, 17, 18 turnovers. So I would like to see them start to bridge that gap a little bit between two extremes, be a little bit more consistent in taking care of the ball, because you're right. Like if you do this against any team, you're going to put yourself in a bad position just mathematically, especially on the nights when you don't get to 30, 35 3-point attempts to try and balance that out.
Okay, so obviously this is a game that the Suns should win. And a lot of people in the chat are pointing out, well, a couple people, mostly Hello, that, the Suns seem to play worse when other team stars are out, or when it's a lesser opponent that they're facing off against.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to be mad if the Suns lose to the Wizards? I'm just asking on what level of anger can I be?
No, you can be mad because you can be mad because it's psychological, and it's about concentration, and it's about awareness. Like the problem I have with this basketball team, which is why I said the other night at the watch party, I said I think this team is going to be a better playoff team than a regular season team, is because the gift and the curse of a big three, like Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Brad Beal, the gift is they're super talented. The curse is they're so damn talented that it's hard for them to get up for stuff like this.
Yeah, but with what's happened this season, I don't think this team can take anything for granted, because they've lost to teams like this.
Yeah.
And I understand that, they're super talented. They feel like they should be able to walk in and win any of these games. But at some point, it's got to be pride. I'm sorry, but you're losing to the Spurs, losing to the Blazers, all these, if you lose to the Wizards, at some point, I don't care how talented you are, that just looks bad. And I would like to see these guys today come so locked in that it's not even a question, right? And I get it, style points, whatever. But to me, it's a pride thing. And yeah, you're not going to face the Wizards in the playoffs, but it's still go out there and beat a team that you should, rather than let these guys hang around longer than they should.
See, for you, it's a pride thing, and I get it. For the fans, it's a pride thing. Man,
shouldn't it be for the players too, though, at a certain point?
It is, again, I'll say this again. The 2021 Suns, the bubble Suns, when they had these young players that were trying to establish themselves in the league, the Mikal Bridges, the Cam Johnsons, the DeAndre Aytons, right? Those guys look at what you're saying a lot more serious than I think a guy like KD, who's been 15 years plus and has won MVPs. And so, again, I'm not giving him an excuse. I'm just saying it's reality. It's like, it's hard to get up for a Washington Wizards team when you're at this point of your career. And I think you go in there, you try to play your game, and if you play your game, you win. But I don't think they go out there and say, oh, you know what, we got to make everybody feel like. I'm not going to say what I'm going to say. I'm just going to say that from a basketball perspective, I think we put too much into that. These guys have been in the league a long time.
Book doesn't strike me as a guy that any night he's maybe KD. I don't know Beal's makeup well enough, but like guys have a certain grit where they don't want to go out there and take any night off, certain guys. And that's the mindset I want to see these guys get into. And it's not just because I'm a fan. It's because you're going to need that kind of intensity. And I don't like the idea of, well, we can turn it on, turn it off. Because we've seen so many teams that were supposed to be great teams in this league fall into that trap that, oh, we can just turn it on whenever we want. And then they go and the switch ain't working. It's stuck and they can't get it back
battery's
on.
Dead.
Oh, shit, we can't do this. And that's my concern. This team it can't shift in and out of gear because eventually they might get stuck in neutral, and it could happen at the wrong time.
I agree. I do think there's an element to this, though, that fans care more about individual results than process. And I think for these guys where they're at right now, obviously they care about winning games and getting W's, but they're more focused on the process side of things. And I think they need to be with the way their fourth quarters have gone. Like they need to be focused on that part of getting better. And if they do that, then the results will follow. The W's will line up, because we've seen so many times this season where a bad fourth quarter costs them a game. So I think that's hopefully what they're more focused on, because if you focus on that one bugaboo that they've had all season, I think you'll start to trend towards more W's. And they have, like, again, last 20 games, they're winning at a 70% clip. So it's not like they're not getting those as well. They do have this major problem area that keeps coming back that they need to fix.
Okay, I think that's a fair point. If they play a clean game and the Wizards just play unbelievably out of their mind, that's one thing. If they don't play a clean game, they have a lot of mental mistakes, they cost themselves the game, that's different for me. I think those two things, you can have two feelings about a loss depending on how it happens.
So looking at the fourth quarter in tonight's game, I know we saw on Friday that they went away from having Devin start the fourth quarter. Now, a lot of that is probably due to the foul trouble that he was in late in the third. Do you anticipate, foul trouble aside, that they will go back to experimenting with Book starting in the fourth quarter? And if not, do you want to still see it, though?
I want to see it. I don't know if they'll do it, because as much as the 4 fouls played a part in it, like, they left him in until the 1 minute mark when he got that fourth foul. So I don't think they were intending to pull him or to start him. Maybe they were intending to just let him keep playing through and give him like a short 3-minute break in the middle of the quarter. I don't know. But I hope that they try something different in that respect, because, I did an audio only podcast. Our first Take That for Data episode with Steven over the weekend. We dove into the numbers before that Hawks game. The Suns were a minus 50 in 60 minutes in the fourth quarter when Booker was off the court, but Beal and KD were on the court. So those minutes, as soon as Booker goes to the bench to start the fourth quarters, have been atrocious. They got even worse against the Hawks. So it's one of those things where they either need to tinker and find a way around those types of minutes, or they need to go get a backup point guard so that when Book rests, the offense doesn't become so stagnant and problematic.
Yeah. If you think the Suns are going to win this matchup, hit that like button right now.
Yes.
I want to see it.
Okay, 2 things from Frank Vogel. Dwayne Rankin shared on his Twitter account. First, he said, Frank Vogel said that the Suns are having conversations about resetting Bradley Beal's nose. I'm a little bit... This threw me when I just saw this pop up on my timeline, because why wouldn't you reset it in the beginning? Isn't that like a normal thing that you do with a broken nose? You put it back where it's supposed to be?
You try to.
Okay.
You try to kind of put it back where it needs to be.
It's not that easy. I still haven't had mine put back.
Yeah.
But Brad's got access to the top of the tippity top.
Yeah,
but they are on the road.
Back.
Yeah, they're on the road, and so when he comes back home, I think that's probably a better environment to try to do something like that.
Okay. The question is, what's the time frame on that before you go out and you play? Because I imagine to ensure that actually sets, you can't go back out there and have what happened the other night. So I'm guessing you may miss a game or two to try to hope that helps keep it reset. And that might have been part of it as well, because Brad knew this game was coming up and probably did not want to miss this game as well in the long run. So that might have played a part in it, and with multiple factors.
So then what's the other option? Just let it heal.
You can't breathe
incorrectly
properly.
And then in the off season go back and have
he's probably going to have surgery.
Redone.
He's going to have probably going to have surgery in the off season. And I've actually had that surgery. Like, it's It's a pain in the ass.
I think it takes like 2 weeks. When you do that, they re-break the nose.
Yes,
it takes a couple weeks to actually recover.
I actually had mine done in the summer, and then they also took my tonsils out while they were back there. They're like, hey, you got some big tonsils. You want this one? So I'm keeping it real. So they corrected my nose and moved my tonsils out, and it was the worst.
Tonsils is ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I had some big fucking basketballs back there.
You got some pedunka-dunk tonsils. You want us to take care of those for you?
Yes, I mean, the doctor was like, yo, we're already going to be back there. You're going to be under anesthesia. Let's fix that too. And it was one of the worst months of my life. I lost like 16 pounds. I couldn't eat because they took the tonsils out and you can't breathe. They pack the nose. You got to go in there. Yes, it's a pain in the ass. So do it in the summer, Brad. Don't mess with that right now.
16 pounds?
Or if you do have to do it now.
I couldn't eat, bro.
Charles and Brick say do it right before the All-Star break. So that at least you have a week off to try.
To reset.
If you were going to reset it, do it around that time so that he has at least a week of time off to deal with the packing. Because that's only like a few weeks, right? That it has to stay fully packed. And then you
by 2 weeks, and then mine was taken out.
Exactly. Yeah. So we'll
but
see.
Like those 2 weeks, you can't sneeze. Like there's all sorts of shit.
Oh, it gets fucked up.
Yeah.
Ask my wife.
Dwayne also tweeted out that Frank Vogel said, quote, it's time to see him back out there, referring to Bol Bol, who got in another pickup game to help improve his conditioning, and then continued to say that Frank Vogel said, hoping to use Bol some in the rotation tonight. For all of you anxiously anticipating the return of Bol Bol, it might actually happen in this one, you guys.
I'm excited.
Get hype.
Kev says in the chat, 16 pounds in tonsils. Shit.
He did have some big ass tonsils.
No. Come on, man. And then y'all get me y'all actually get me locked in on this shit. Like, y'all know what I said. And my tonsils don't play zone, Eli. Cut it out.
Bol Bol should be fun to watch, right? This is where his dad Manute played back when they were the Washington Bullets. That was where he was most well known. So there might be a little, sense of wanting to go out there and play a little harder for Bol Bol. So it could be fun to see him out there today.
This is low key kind of huge for Bol, honestly, because there are 2 games left before the trade deadline.
Yep.
Tonight and Tuesday. So if you want to make your case for why you deserve to be in the rotation before the Suns go out and do anything that might possibly involve you as well, this is a prime opportunity. So I'm definitely going to be interested to see how he does and how many minutes he gets and what he's able to do with them.
All right, we got a couple super chats here that we'll take a peek at. First one is from PHX Valley Champs. They say, Flex, are we close to getting Bridges?
No comment, man. I mean, no, listen, they're working, they're having discussions. I can't say that I believe it's Phoenix or Charlotte at this point. I think he's either going to get traded to the Phoenix Suns or return to Charlotte, and they're going to run the risk of potentially losing him for nothing this summer. But I tweeted this last night. I do not think there's anyone ahead of the Phoenix Suns for Miles Bridges' services at this moment. But we'll be monitoring it over the next couple of days, and if you need anything or we have anything breaking, we'll break it right here on PHNX. We got Gerald, Lindsay, Espo. We're all on top of it.
Yep. Jacob sent us one. They said, switch Book and Allen minutes in the 3rd, so Book starts the 4th.
Got to try something because what they've been doing has not been working. So, and I know that part of that is just getting the same set of role players around Beal and KD in those lineups, but at the same time, it's been really bad. So try something new.
Yeah.
Psycho Blue said, I hope you guys like my road report. I want a solar whooping today. So Psycho Blue dropped a video in our Discord, the Die Hard only Discord, ahead of the game because he is out there. If you guys are not a Die Hard, you should absolutely become a Die Hard because the best part is you get access to the Die Hard Discord, which is my favorite part. But you also get a whole boatload of other perks for becoming a Die Hard as well. And to learn more and to sign up, go to gophnx.com.
And quick shout out to Philip, Ken, Michael, and Brian, all of our latest Die Hards. Welcome to the family.
Let's go.
Thank you, welcome. And then GOD3 also sent us one, and they said, #1 UK Suns fan account. Oh, shout out on go on my Suns, #1 UK Suns fan account. I missed the whole first part of that. My bad.
It's all good.
But thank you for your super chat. Appreciate you. All right, Espo, what are the guys wearing tonight?
Jerseys.
Cool.
The White Association edition. I don't even know what to make of the
They're bad.
Yeah,
I can do it for you.
District,
They're bad.
I like the teal color, but everything else kind of is weird.
I do like the teal on the court that they've got today, but it
I just
feels like
don't know how it fits Washington.
Most of the city edition jerseys this year were trash. Like ours is really good, the Elvalle one, but we've worn
Didn't
it like
they have
3
the
times.
rose one last year? The pink or the pink
couple
one?
years ago.
I like
A
the
couple
pink
years
one.
ago, whatever it was.
I like the district is a cool. It's like the Val. It's a cool moniker, but this just misses the.
Yeah, the
spot,
jersey design itself is rough.
Yeah. Who you guys got tonight and by how much?
I got Suns by 10.
I got Suns by 11.
I copied off Flex homework and I said Suns by 11.
I copied but made it a little bit different so the teacher wouldn't know and picked
You
Suns
would
by
do
12.
that shit. This is right in your lane. I'm glad that you acknowledge what you're doing.
No, I would just pay somebody else to do it. That's
Okay.
all. What do our friends at the BetMGM Sportsbook app think about this one?
They have the Suns as 11.5-point favorites.
Okay.
So you would be taking them to hit that tonight. You'd
Yes.
be taking the spread.
That's a lot.
So
It is.
this is what I'm saying. Like, this is what the world and the betting apps think about the Suns and the Wizards tonight. So like, if the Suns lose to the Wizards, all hell's gonna break loose, and understandably why it would be that way. Kev has Suns by 5. Nate has Suns by 3. What do we put in our money on though? That's the big question.
Oh, I'm about to lap all you
I want
people.
to see this.
I'm about to
what
lap all
the
you people.
fuck?
Oh,
First
man.
bucket, exactly. Brad Beal, 3-pointer, plus 3,000. I make $310, and I say, bye, suckers.
Yeah, if he hits this, I'm done. I'm tapping the fuck out.
Okay, so I have the same thought as you, but not as aggressive. I went a little safer route here. I have Brad Beal for the Suns' first field goal at a plus 400.
Okay.
My original bet was KD to score 40 tonight, but then I went, you know what? Nah, I'm going all in on Brad.
Okay.
So you know they're going to Brad on the first play.
Right.
Now, I like your bet.
I think mine's safer.
I think yours is safer
but yours is the
because
swing, and I get that that's
he's
who
been
you are.
struggling
so.
from 3. Now, if he comes out and hits a 3, I'm going to lose my, you know what.
So I think they're going to try to go to Brad. But I do think because everyone in the building is expecting that, I think you might see a Nurk slip on a screen or something to try and free him up. You might, if you don't see a Brad bucket, that would be what I would guess.
See, I think they want to go to Brad, and they want to go for 3 to get him in the mindset that he can hit him tonight. Because he's been struggling so much that way.
Espo's got it all mapped out.
I do.
All right, Flex, what you got?
I got a Suns win. I got them with the under tonight. I can't read that.
Do you need help?
Can y'all see
So
that?
Flex has a 5-leg parlay. It's the Suns winning. D-Book 20-plus player points. KD 20-plus player points. The under of 238.5. And Brad Beal player points of 20-plus at a plus 575.
So Suns win under, and KD, Book, and Beal all score 20.
Yes.
Correct. And I think they've been struggling on defense. I think they take a little pride tonight and say, okay, we're going to play a little more defense than we have, and that helps Flex hit it. So coming back, baby.
So Saul has a 3-leg parlay in this one.
Okay.
His is Bradley Beal for 25-plus player points, PRA for Beal at 35-plus, and then player assist for Beal at 5-plus. Say
Damn.
plus 475.
He
So
went
he went
all
all
in
in
on
on
the
the Brad Beal
Too much.
of the night. I mean,
Too
it's Brad
much.
Beal day, right?
Too much.
I'm
Expecting.
surprised he didn't, bet on a Landry Shamet revenge game.
I actually tried to find Landry Shamet points because I was going to bet plus 15 points because I figured the odds would be good. I couldn't get it. I was very pissed off
That's
because that was
disappointing.
one of my initial thoughts was Landry's going to do something sneaky because there ain't nobody out there that's going to shoot on this Wizards team.
What if
other than
Landry hits Brad in the nose?
Oh, I'm going to go fly to DC and take care of business.
Oh, no.
What does the leaderboard look like? Here we go. We got Espo in first place with $163.50. Saul in second place with $146. I'm in third place with $90.56. And Flex, you round us out minus $26.01.
Okay.
Flex needs a W.
Brick Van Arsdale, one of the best names we've had in our chat.
That's great.
Shout out for that. But also says, Flex got big tonsils, but Espo got big huevos for the bets. And then Manuel says, Flex's tonsils blocking his vision.
Yo, I just continuously shoot myself in the foot with
that's
these
not
guys.
fair. They already took them out. They're not blocking your vision.
They're gone.
They may have ruined your ocular nerve back in the day. But
And by the way, my eyes aren't terrible. It's just this green, that tiny ass font.
It is, you guys. It's not a big.
Yeah.
It's small. Anyway, if you want to get in on the action with our bets tonight, make sure you sign up for the BetMGM Sportsbook app and sign up using that promo code PHNX. When you use that promo code, all you have to do is place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager through the BetMGM Sportsbook mobile app of at least $5, and you're going to receive $158 instantly in additional winnings, regardless of your wager's outcome. You can check out the show notes for full details, and now you can listen to Damon talk about the disclaimer.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus to wager. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help Michigan. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. Visit BetMGM.com for terms. This promotional offer is not available in New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico.
get stuffed, Ontario. And a big thanks to Flex's doctor for giving us his tonsils to put on the table.
Okay. I think you guys behind the scenes. Literally the funniest thing. We're muted during the disclaimer, right? Everyone goes, I'm waiting for somebody to say my tonsils are on the table, and then Espo just threw him under the bus. Hardcore.
You see how hardcore he is?
Wouldn't you rather it come from your brother than some rando? All right.
Oh my God. Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate you very much. Make sure that you meet us right back here after the game for the post-game show. Okay, bye.
We all silly like the mayor.